on Atletico Madrid 4, Club Brugge 1 then is how it finishes as Atleti advance to the next round. They will face either Spurs or Liverpool. Let's first reflect on what we saw in this tie. Frank and Jurgen are still with us. Jurgen, big strikers still exist in this world.
Yes, they do, yeah, and they know how to score. No, it was fun to watch, obviously, you know, having Sorloth there scoring 3 goals, you know, in a typical number 9 way of doing it. Overall, I mean, the game was entertaining. First half was even. Club Brugge was in the game, but then the second goal killed it off. And the second goal came by Johnny Cardoso, and it's an American kid. And this is pretty cool. I think his story is remarkable. Obviously coming from Real Betis and then breaking into the Atletico side, which is a very difficult side to break in for a foreign player. And he did that, and he had a very good game, not only because of his goal, because of the way he played. You know, he was fearless. He was going into 1-against-1 battles and threw himself in there. And I was really very, very pleased with his performance, which is obviously a good thing for the US national team.
Yeah, most definitely. Good for Atleti as well if they get him back into full fettle. Meanwhile, Frank, someone like Sorloth is someone you battled with a lot, isn't it, in your playing days?
Yes. It's somebody you try to look for because you know that the power is there, that he has the feeling. Today, he was feeling the game, he was feeling the crosses, and he was every time in a very good situation. And the second goal that he scores, and the guy was mentioning it, he had the time, but he took the time. He knew exactly what to do. His control was perfect, and the positioning of his body was perfect, and he knew where to put the ball in. He was very impressive. But I'm more impressed by the save of Oblak, for me, would change the game. Because Brugge would have scored that goal just before the first half, I think it would have been another game. And Oblak is still, for me, one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah, it was a save, wasn't it? That kind of changed how the game went. Do you want a word on Antoine Griezmann's hair? Anybody? As a man, of course, dyed his hair back in the day. And is accused of dyeing it quite a lot now, it must be said.
Sorry?
A lot of people suggest that you dye your hair now. Would you ever go for this colour?
Well, I'm dyeing it grey. I think he's had a few daft haircuts.
Yeah.
And hair. Why are you looking at me? I think he's a little past this now, or should be.
It's generally older females around 65 to 70 years old.
Like the purple
they dye their hair purple rinse.
Yes.
I mean, I went through this.
Let's be honest.
I must admit, I've got an excuse. When I stupidly dyed my hair at the World Cup in '98, I was in my mid-20s, and I hadn't quite matured.
Really?
When's that going to happen?
When's that happening, Burley?
When's that going to appear?
Anyway.
When did you mature? When did you mature? Last year?
Frank, yeah. So what that means, away from haircuts and purple rinses, what that means for Atleti, they're going to face a Premier League side in the next round. That Premier League side will either be Liverpool or Spurs. Which one?
Well,
oh my God! If you're Spurs, and we're having serious conversations now, obviously, about relegation, are we going to get to a stage where they're just going to have to put out second-string sides in the Champions League because they've got to focus so much on survival?
No, I think the only way out is you try to field your strongest team in every single game you're going to play until the end of the season. I hope that's going to be the approach by Tottenham. If your best 11 you can field, you got to throw them in and get points in the Premier League and get positive results in the Champions League. Obviously, this would be a very, very tough one to play, but that's Champions League. There's no other way to do it. But I would definitely go all the time with the strongest team possible.
Who are favourites?
Just something.
It's a voice.
Sorry,
French voice from
just
above.
something. It's coming from nowhere. No, because we are picking some. But history is talking right now because Liverpool Spurs were the final of the Champions League some years ago, and where was the game held? And Metropolitan, and we were there, you know. And so it's maybe a sign for Atletico to do something special about those two teams. And I guess, it's better to play
You
Spurs.
interrupted my link for that.
Do you know what? Can I just...
Because nothing is important in life. Only signs are important. Feelings.
Can I correct myself and say, you know when I said Bodo Glimt are the team to play?
Yeah, Spurs, mate.
I forgot about Spurs.
Yeah. If it's Liverpool, who are the favourites?
Well, I think Liverpool have beaten them already this.
Atletico Madrid?
I think so. Might be wrong. Well, that's a difficult one, I tell you, because I tell you why. Liverpool, listen, they've not been good. And Atleti on the day this season have been better than Liverpool. Think about the Barca game, a couple of Barca games, the Madrid derby. But they've had so many peaks and troughs. I think they play Oviedo at the weekend. They could lose.
That's it, isn't it?
That is it.
Yeah.
And they go from the sublime to the ridiculous. That's how the pendulum swings too much for them. And that's why they are, almost a dozen points off the La Liga title race, and they're not even actually in the race. I think at this moment in time, I would have to say a fully fit Atleti side, if they got Barrios and a few others back, and Sorloth continues this sort of form, and Julian Alvarez picks up again, and you've got... I'd have to say, watching Liverpool recently, that Atleti, for me, would be the favourites.
Right.
If you'd asked me last year, it would have been the complete opposite. But I just don't trust... I don't really trust Atleti, because we watch La Liga every weekend, and we see the topsy-turvy results. But Liverpool, for the most part this year, have been terrible.
Yeah, it was 3-2 at Anfield when they met in the Champions League, Stevie. Craig's just going Atleti.
I'm trying hard to find a way to be really positive and say that it's Liverpool. Liverpool in Europe have been way better than they have been in the Premier League, but I don't think the opposition's always been the hardest. I think I would have to just go on the side of Atletico Madrid.
Would you as well, Stevie?
I think so.
Liverpool echo.
Yeah.
I'm going to ring them now.
Liverpool legend dismisses the chances.
Well, right now, Liverpool have got they've got no bench. We were talking at the weekend about how we couldn't change the midfield, as bad as it was, because there was nobody on the bench. They played in midfield. In fact, you had one of your better midfielders playing right back. Athletic have got lots of choices. Yes, they've been up and down. But overall, it's very difficult not to go with Atletico Madrid.
Frank, who are you going for? What does it say in the stars? What's written wherever you're looking?
The signs told me that I have to go for Liverpool. Now, come on. Liverpool have been better in the Champions League than Atletico Madrid, and they proved it every game they play in the Champions League. It's a different competition comparing to the Premier League. I want to believe that they're going to get their spirits and the spirit that they have every time they play the Champions League game. And from what I saw today from Atletico, it's possible and doable for Liverpool to go through.
Last word on this to you, Jurgen.
No, it's 50-50. It's
you can't say
knockout
50-50, Jurgen. You've got to pick one.
Absolutely, it's 50-50. It will be 50-50.
Oh, God.